Started with a stranger I've been drafting since 16. Pencil in the margins of a notebook I kept clean. She had the face of forecast and the patience of a hymn, a silhouette so silent that the silence sang of him. Of me, every evening I've been shaping into someone who could sit across the kitchen and not flinch at what I'd become. I cast her in the credits of a film I'd never shoot. Spoke for both the lover and the lover's substitute. Every empty corner caught the weather of her breath, and the woman in the wallpaper grew thicker than the room itself. I knew her like a promise that had never learned to stop. Kept her place set at the table, kept the world within my heart. And the paper's pale as bone. The lover I imagined was a country with no road home. She lived where the long lives, in the breath before the speaking, and the loss I'm finally singing. Where's my face inside the keeping? That's the tense for the bereft. Past tense kept receipts for every chance I left on the doorstep of a doorway I was never going through. Watching rain confess the postman, every letter overdue. The mirror is a teacher when there's no one in the room. Shows you how to wear a wound until the wound becomes costume. Mine on Sundays, took it walking on the moor. Told the heather she was beautiful, she'd heard it all before. I was the cathedral lit by candles carved from doubt, the priest who blessed in absence with the congregation locked out. I knew her like the answer to a question asked too much, beyond the kind of body I could ever come to touch. I gave shape to the silence until the silence seemed to care. Made a room inside the wanting, then mistook the room for her. No time left, the kettle keeps the temperature of grief, and the candles licking dark, like dark is the only true belief. Every phantom I held tightly was a hand I learned to lend to myself when no one offered, and the offering was the end. The garden I've been growing for a guest who never came held its roses in suspension, like the pause before a name that you've forgotten in the saying. And the saying gives you nothing but the shape your mouth is making for the word it should be sounding. There was never any hurt, let me say it like a wound. She was always just my mirror, with the softer kind of moon, bouncing back the longing I've been hauling since a boy stood at his bedroom window asking whether to bring joy. The trouble wasn't fiction, fiction was my only friend. The trouble was I needed her to do what no one can, to love me into someone I could finally tolerate, and by loving make the morning that the morning couldn't make. curtains keep the color of a dawn I half extracted. What's left is this, the singing of a sorrow I made up, a gospel of the gap where I kept pouring out my cup into hands that weren't waiting because hands were never there. Just my own two empty palms still lifted like a prayer. Long time left. The pen lies quiet, but the page still knows the tone. The lover I imagined was the life I couldn't own. She lived where the longing lives, in the space before revealing, and the loss I'm finally leaving. Where's my face beneath the feeling? I'll sing it till the breath bends, hum it through the nights that won't end, until the song forgets it had a singer, and the singer forgets he had a song, and the lost lies down where his loss was all alone.